Guys, I'm just freaking out right now, honestly. I literally read this chapter not even 5 minutes ago, and when I finished it, I was just like, you gotta get up and record, because this chapter is so damn hype. Did we actually just see the original person that was gonna be chosen for One for All? Did we actually see this person? Like, oh man, this is so damn hype. I don't know what to say. Pretty much, this is the biggest teaser. Ah, flip. The next chapter we're gonna get is in 2017, sorry. So, we ended the chapter on the person who was originally gonna get One for All. This was the person that the principal, when All Might first came in, the principal was like to All Might, this is the guy you should choose. This could be your successor. So if we went for Deku, if we went for Bakugou and this whole sludge monster, this would have been the guy. So I'm just so hyped. What makes this guy so awesome? What was his original quirk? And I know you guys are thinking, is this Shinsou as well? And my answer to that, I don't think it is, but who the heck knows? Because just from the facial features, like, so it could either be Shinsou, which I doubt it, but who knows? So Shinsou still is a possibility, not 100%, not it's, like, I'd say I'd say it's like 45% that Shinsou, but it can be someone different, it can be a third year, it could be like a second, I don't know. I really don't, and that just got me so hyped. I saw that and I was just like, alright, we're running upstairs to review. So, hey guys, how is it going on? Shinigami-san here to do a review. Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 121, the last chapter of 2016, and guys, what a chapter to end the year off. Let's just actually look back on the greatness that we had of this year for Boku no Hero. Now, I don't want to go too deep into it, but like, we've had the All Might vs. One for All, we've had the license exam arc, we've got, you know, just such greatness. Oh, flipping heck, it's been a good year. It really has been a good year. But enough of that, because I need to just talk about this chapter. Honestly, the first thing when I read this chapter, biggest smile on my face, literally. My grin was like up to here, because just Bakugou and Deku, I am so happy. I am so happy. And I think you guys are feeling the same as me as well. We've been wanting this for ages. This whole relationship with Deku and Bakugou is finally being formed into a true rivalry. It's finally being formed into a true relationship where both of them can grow off each other. Both of them could, what's the word? Both of them can complement each other, that's the one. So, that's what makes it so amazing, because, like, I'm sorry, let me just read that first thing again. It says, in the same way you absorb what you see from me and the others around you in order to become stronger. And I was just like, damn, man. Like, it's so amazing, because Bakugou and Deku, they're finally at a place where they respect each other. And that's important. That really is important for both of them, because in the future, obviously, I've been saying, this is why this is another reason why I'm happy from this chapter. I'll come back to what I was originally going to say, but when the principal was speaking how you guys are all the successors of society, I was just like, I called it, and during the all-man, all-for-one fight, when I was just thinking, ages ago, that was in the summer, that was ages ago, but during that fight, I was just like, look, there's going to be multiple pillars of society, there's going to be multiple pillars of peace, symbols of peace, because they can't do the same problem with what it was with All Might. All Might had the whole world on his shoulders, pretty much. Now, in the future, it's going to be these guys, they're going to be Class B, and I'm going to get to that greatness in a second. But, oh boy, Bakugou's like, I'm going to make everything mine and rise higher, even higher than you, chosen one. And I was just like, damn! And Deku's reply is just like, I'll rise higher than you! Like, it's so hilarious, because, like, they've come to a point, obviously they respect each other, they've come to this mutual understanding, but, like, it's still that lingering effect of how Bakugou used to bully this kid. So Deku still kind of looks up to Bakugou, and Deku kind of still, you know, follows catching around and all that kind of stuff. So it really did kind of make me laugh. And speaking about that, when they were cleaning the dorms, and Bakugou comes in with the knowledge. Let me get that page up, guys, honestly. Because he's just like, your shoot style. And I'm just like, damn, Bakugou. This is why I love Bakugou. You can't, speaking of Bakugou, even in the American, well, Western, you could say, in the voting, Bakugou is still top. So, clear winner. Bakugou was still top in the popularity polls. So this is what Bakugou says: your wind-up motions are too big. Even with your speed up, I was able to just barely react in time. It's not well suited for a slugfest. It doesn't mix well with punches. So like Bakugou comes in and he's just like, this is how it's literally like Vegeta and Goku. It really is. That's the best comparison that I can think of right now. Like in a split second, because Bakugou's coming in and he's just like, improve this, and obviously he's still kind of putting on that demeanor, like, yeah, you still piss me off, but I'm still gonna help you, kind of thing. It's kind of like, it's like an older brother, for example. You know, we have like sibling rivalry between an older and younger brother, and like you may annoy your older brother, but then he'll say something and he'll be like, oh, you need to do this or something like that, or like, make sure you don't do this, otherwise you'll forget, otherwise you'll fall, something like that. So that's what I really got the vibes from when Bakugou was talking to Deku, and Deku smiled and he was just like, I see, and I'm just like, Horikoshi, man, you're breaking my heart. This is amazing character development. It is really amazing. I didn't see it going this great, honestly. It far exceeded my expectations. It really did. And then Aizawa comes in, and Aizawa, that was just sick, because he's got his ropes and everything, and I'm just like, man, this chapter, it was a great chapter, honestly. To be honest, even if that didn't come in, with the end of, you know, All Might and the whole Successor thing, like, seeing all the characters, seeing Class B, freaking Monoma, like, the man is salty as the damn sea, the freaking damn Dead Sea, honestly, he is so salty against them, and it's hilarious, because I remember when we first got introduced to him in the sports festival, everyone was thinking, okay, maybe he's annoying. Personally, I liked him, and during that, when he took Bakugou's quirk, and he took Bakugou's headband, and I was just like, it did get me triggered, but I was just like, Bakugou, what are you gonna do? And that's when Bakugou came in and took it back. That's when I truly became a fanboy of this guy, because Bakugou, it doesn't matter, regardless of the obstacles, he'll always come out. Always come out, so it was so sick. But, Sam, stop getting on the tangents. Anyway, so, we find out in this chapter that all of Class B, they pass. So that's actually really good, and this is what gets me excited. We don't know if it's in the next arc, but it's definitely, Horikoshi told us in this chapter that there will be a there will be a time when Class A and Class B, they pull together. And it says it here, during the second semester we'll have a class together. This is amazing, because this is probably one of the problems. Now, I'm using the word problem very loosely, because it wasn't to an extent, but it was one of the things where a lot of people were talking about. A lot of people were wondering, when are we going to get more Class B? How are they going to get shown in? Because you got to literally look at the facts. Class A, that's where the main protagonists are. Class A, that's always in the limelight. Class B, they're like supporting cast, you could say, in the year. So we were always wondering, is there going to be an arc just for Class B? Are some people going to move up into Class A? Like, how's this going to happen? And we find out I think this is the best solution. It really is, because I want to know more about what's his name? Obviously it says Bradley Teacher, but he's called Blood King, I think. Vlad, is it Vlad or Brad? Something like that. Brad King, something like that. Because I'm interested in his character. I think he's awesome ever since, you know, when he he threw Dabby into the water. I was just like, lit. But I am interested in this class, because especially this girl. Oh, this girl, honestly, when Horikoshi put it in, I was just like, the cuteness is too much. Like the way she's talking, she's foreign. I'm just like, that is so cute. But this is good. It really is good that Class B and Class A, they're gonna have a semester where they're both together. This is good because it's gonna be a semester, and bear in mind the pacing of it. I really do like the pacing of Boku no Hero for the years, like the progression of their going. It's not time skips. Like the years, their academic school years are kind of similar in reality to ours. If you kind of think of it, it kind of is to a degree. To like the real world. So the pacing is great. So a semester for Class A and Class B together, that would be amazing. That means Brad, Aizawa Sensei, and All Might, they'll all be together working off each other. We'll see some new people. We'll get more focus on Tetsuzetsu, Kendo, Monoma, other people. Like Shinsou is where, like, Shinsou really does confuse me for a minute, because Shinsou's not from Class B. Shinsou's the general department. So I'm not really sure about that, but I do remember a couple of chapters ago, that's me understating, it was like 20 or 30 chapters ago, Aizawa Sensei was walking with Shinsou in the corridor. So I'm not sure if that. A lot of people are guessing maybe he's getting promoted, he's getting moved up to one of the classes. People are thinking maybe Aizawa Sensei is like tutoring him, taking him under his wing. I would love that. I would love Aizawa Sensei to take Shinsou under his wing, because Shinsou, the whole point about his quirk is so villainous. Like, villainous? Yeah. It's so, like, evil, kind of. And the thing is, everyone thought he'd be, like, a straight-up villain. People just looked down on him. Until when he got so far in the sports festival, for only a general department, everyone was loving him. It was just like, you give us hope, Shinsou. You've given us hope. So, I do think it'll be pretty cool if Aizawa Sensei took Shinsou under his wing. That literally just came to my mind right now. But, yeah, so a lot of people are thinking maybe he's getting moved up to Class A. I think he probably got moved up to Class B if he was talking by Aizawa Sensei. Now, I may be incorrect, but if we're seeing him now, that must mean he's either in Class B or even A. Now, this is what got me a little bit confused. Okay, so, Tokiyami and all these guys, they're talking, and then they're like, Shinsou, doesn't he seem a little rougher now? So, what's that supposed to mean? If it is Toga again with the damn... if it's Toga again with the damn shape-shifting, I'm gonna be not annoyed, but I'm gonna be like, I'm not again. Like, it's gonna literally blow my mind. Who knows? That is obviously not the most valid thing. That may not happen. Sorry, let me just move the camera down a little bit. Who knows? Maybe that is Toga. I probably doubt it. But when he's saying, does he seem a little bit rougher? Like, traitor stuff? Guys, tell me in the comment below what you think about that. What do you think? Do you think that's going to do anything about, this traitor thing? Horikoshi loves to hint it, doesn't he? He really loves to hint it. But, maybe it's something about traitor. Maybe, Toga, shapeshift. Who knows, guys? Tell me in the comment below, because that really did confuse me, and that's really standing out to me a little bit. Other aside from that, they got, what's it called? It was, like an assembly thing, and the principal's talking, and the principal, like, the principal's the principal. That's all you could say, pretty much. Like, he's just hilarious. But he's talking about, how you guys will all be successors to the future society. He's saying how we're at a more important point in our society than ever before due to All Might's decline. And when I was reading that, it made me think, like, it's actually true. Look at the society there, look at the villains rising. Remember when we had that chapter with Twice and we saw Overhaul and those villains, like, being burnt alive? This is what we're gonna see. This is the type of world which is happening, which is Shigaraki, which all these people are doing in the shadows, and it's gonna come into the limelight, and these are the guys which are gonna combat against it. So yeah, it does get me excited, but also does get me a little bit terrified, because what's gonna happen? These guys, it may be a bit too much for them. Do you see what I mean? It may be a bit too, like, these villains may be a bit too out of these guys' leagues. But yeah, who knows? That's just all to brainstorm. That can be continued in the comments below. But this is where it gets me hyped, and it says Hero Internship. So I think this is the new arc coming up. Hero Internship is going to be different to the Stain arc, because Stain arc was more of, what's the word? An interruption. Stain arc was an interruption, because what they were supposed to do was work experience, something like that. So we didn't see much of the work experience, but I did like how that arc was done, because it pretty much focused on the characters that needed to be focused on, and focused on Deku and pretty much Ida. And then obviously Todoroki came in from the right, which was amazing. But Hero Internship should be amazing, because bear in mind, with an internship, it's different than work experience. Internship, most times you're there for longer. It could be like a summer holiday kind of thing, like a summer internship, stuff like that. With the Hero, you'll be literally working with them throughout the whole thing. Now, this is where I'm wondering, does this exclude people like Todoroki and Bakugou because they didn't pass the exam license? I'm not really sure. If that does, that would be pretty cool, and I would like how Horikoshi handles that. Would he be juggling it 50-50? We'll be getting some of the Hero Internship, then we'll be getting some of the exam license. Now, obviously from this chapter, it kind of gave us a little bit of information about this whole, the people who failed the exam license. Now, bear in mind, I'm just inferring this, so it wasn't directly stated. I may be incorrect. I'm just, not debating, but I'm just kind of, I'm interpreting this. Because basically, Todoroki's talking to Bakugou, and Todoroki's like, oh, Bakugou, what are you going to do about your exam practice? And stuff like that. He says something along the lines like that. So it makes me think that, we won't necessarily get an arc about, like Todoroki, Bakugou, Inasu. We won't get an arc. We've seen these literally see these guys training again. I think this will just be happening in the background, and we'll just get a little bit of noise on it, a little bit of dialogue on actually what's happening with them. That would mean, so it'll be pretty cool like that, because we don't need so much focus on that. And then obviously when it's the exam again, maybe that's when we'll have a couple of chapters and we see them pass the exam. It may be something like that. But yes, Hero Internship's coming. You know what that means? That means new heroes. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to see Best Genius again? Bear in mind, Best Genius, we don't know what's happening. Last time we found out about him, he was in critical injury, kind of. He was in a state where he literally, I think he retired momentarily. He took a leave of absence because he was literally that injured. So yeah, so now you guys know what we're talking about. It's the end of the damn chapter I'm looking at. And it says there's someone who would surely be fitting of a successor to you there. So this is where it gets lit. 2017 is going to be big for Boku no Hero. The successor candidate who was originally going to be the person that takes One for All before Deku. This has been through our minds. You got to understand. It's been on the Reddit. It's been on people just making discussion videos about it. It's been on people talking about it. Literally, everyone... what a lot of people have been talking about is this. And it's always been Todoroki. And I'm going to phrase it in a way like this. People would ask questions, would be like, what would it be like with someone who has an existing quirk that inherits One for All? Or it'd be like, how would Kirishima fare inheriting One for All? Or how would Todoroki be like if he was the one that was a successor to One for All? So this whole discussion about a successor has been on the table pretty much since the start of the series, because when All Might first spoken to Deku, All Might was just like, I'm in town looking for a successor. So it wasn't originally Deku. Deku just pretty much just came in. Deku literally just introduced himself, jumped in pretty much, and changed All Might's plans pretty much. That's literally what happened. So there was a person before Deku. Now we're gonna find out about this person. This person obviously goes to UA. I think it's in the year above. Now this guy does look like Shinsou from behind. I don't think it is, but I'm hyped. Now guys, right now it's the last chapter of 2016. Whoa, 17 minutes for this review. You guys know I love this chapter. Sorry for it being too long, but you know the hype was real, innit? The hype was crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it off on here because I really can't develop much on who this possible successor is. What could we say? What quirk could he have? We don't really know. So literally, all we could do now is just wait. But guys, don't hesitate to tell me your thoughts in the comments below. About this successor thing. Do you think it's a character we already know? Do you think it's Shinsou? And I'm saying Shinsou because, you know, I explained my views earlier on that. What do you think about, what's your thoughts on all of Class B passing, you know, Class A and Class B coming together? What's your thoughts on Bakugou and Deku, you know, they're fully formed of a rival? Guys, tell me your thoughts in the comment below. I know this was a long one, but it was worth it for the last chapter of 2016. So take your time, watch this video, watch it in bits if you have to, but do let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comments below. And let's continue the discussion up until chapter 122, which is going to be sometime in January. Shinigami-san, guys, peace out and goodbye. Share this to every Boku no Hero fan. Let's keep this going. Peace out and